Welcome to part 2 of our Q&A video.
A month later.
Has it been a month?
Probably.
Oh well. Alright, let's get to it. Do you want to go first?
I might as well.
Alright.
Brian, the music nerd. How old is Mason? Well, he's 8. What's to know you? Oh, what's our backstory? Our backstory is simply this in a nutshell. We grew up in church together. We've known each other since we were 3 years old. Then when we were about 13, 14, we started dating for the very first time. And then, you know, there was a time period where we weren't dating for a while. Then we got back together for a little while, for a couple years. And there was some stuff that went on.
When I was 19, he was 20. We dated again for 2 years.
And then, you know, a bunch of garbage in between that. And then again, we got back together and we got married. So pretty much we've known each other our whole life since we were roughly 3 years old. So that's that question.
We will do a video for you guys on our love story. And we will go into details with pictures. We have pictures of us being 13 and 14 years old. And we will give you a slideshow of those pictures. So we will have a video for that.
Deborah Donnelly, what kind of dog is Scooby? Well, the paperwork says Lab and Chihuahua. Because that was the only dogs on the property. The only male, you know, was the Chihuahua. But we later discovered that there was a pit bull on the property too. So I would say he's more the Lab and Pit, red-nosed pit.
Red-nosed.
And then Justin O'Hella, when did you get Scooby and what breed is he? We got him on May 5th, 2015. And like I said, the breed is Lab and red-nosed pit. So he's a cutie pie.
We'll trade off. Okay, Tanya Longley. Were you and Melody friends before you met Mike? No, like we said, Mike and I have known each other. In fact, I've known Mike and his whole family since I was 3 years old. I didn't meet Melody until she started coming to church with Ronnie and started dating Ronnie. Then her and I became friends when I was about 14, I think. And then I was in Ronnie and Melody's wedding. I was one of her bridesmaids. So then we became, you know, best friends then and have continued to be really good friends since. And now we're sisters, so it turns out to be perfect that way. Okay, Debs McLeod from Scotland. I wish I could talk like that sometimes.
Don't even try.
I know, it sounds terrible.
You're just gonna embarrass him.
Embarrass myself, more like it. Which YouTubers other than Ronnie and Melody inspired you? Problem is, I didn't know anything about YouTube before Ronnie and Melody. I didn't even know what YouTube was. I didn't know it was like a reality type thing. I just thought it was videos that you could learn how to put together stuff. So how long did they bug us before we
Probably
finally
about a year.
Nobody inspired us except Ronnie and Melody. So I'm sorry for that answer. Okay, you go. We'll trade off like that.
Melissa Buell, I'm pretty sure that's how you say your last name.
Hope so.
Who is older, Ronnie or me? Ronnie's older than me, and I've got an even older brother than both me or my brother. We're all 5 years apart. I'm 34, Ronnie's 39, and my oldest brother is 34, or 44. So, yeah.
What's your oldest brother's name?
My oldest brother's name is David.
All right. Christian J. Raps. When did you start making YouTube videos? We started in May 31st, 2016. You wanna go?
Olga, what's the difference between Ronnie and Mike?
I think it says what's the age difference.
Oh, what's the age difference? Oh, I missed that. 5 years. And then 5 more years between my brother Ronnie and my oldest brother, David.
And how did we meet?
Oh, how did we meet? Oh, we've known each other since we were in church.
Destiny Swan wants to know how many brothers and sisters do each of you have?
I got 2
Sisters?
brothers.
Neither of us have sisters. Praise the Lord. I have a brother, and he's 5 years younger than me, and his name is Clayton, and he lives in Oklahoma. And we've already talked about his brothers. Monster Kicks. How did Mike propose? What a story that was. Mike used to be in a band called Innovation, and they used to practice at the church. And one of the guitarist's wives and I hung out, and we were at Walmart, and the guys called and said that they needed batteries, and so we drove up to the church, and I walked into the church, and it was dark, just like completely dark.
Except for what?
A aisle full of candles, little tea lights, with roses in between them, making an aisle all the way down to the front. At the stage, there was a note that said, "Close your eyes until I tap you on the shoulder." So I feel this tap on the shoulder, and he was all dressed nice, looking handsome, and he had like this whole speech, which I actually still have framed. And so then he proposed to me, but then whenever I looked around, he had invited everybody. My family, his family, friends. How did your wedding dress look? I don't know. How did my wedding dress look?
I guess we'll just have to
I'll give you
pull it out of the plastic and video it.
No, I can insert a wedding picture right here for you. Karen Grunberg, how did we meet? Kind of already answered that, but I still wanted to put your question and your name in. Church.
Sunny.
Sunny Lukey.
Sundog.
Sundog.
If we could be anywhere in the world, where would it be? That's rather simple. Disneyland.
Disneyland! You don't ever have to ask us that question.
David Anderson, how long have you and Mike been together and married? This May, in just a couple of months, will be 10 years.
Married for 10 years. Together, I don't even know. We've been together 11 years. But if you add all of the years together, I wouldn't even be able to.
11, 12, 13, 14. We've probably been together technically about 16 years.
Yep. Very Merry Vlogs. You should go check her out. If you like reptiles and babies, which I don't like reptiles, just snakes. Everything else I'm cool with. Do you plan on having any more children? Hell to the no.
We don't fix that problem.
Yep. He fixed that problem.
You made me fix that problem.
That's right, I did.
Twice.
Hey, I had surgery to fix that problem too, thank you very much.
No, that was just for health issues.
Still had it. Anyway.
After the fact.
Very Mary also asks, do you have fears since he's an only child? You have fears. Michael will not let him play. What?
Well,
Well,
that's not fear of
that's
that.
a fear because you don't want him to get hurt.
Well, yeah, I don't want to play
Okay, so
football.
there you go.
Because I've heard numerous horror stories from friends who play and what goes on and everything. So I'd rather him just stick with something he's really good at, that he's already good at, like golf, which he's really good, and baseball, which he's really good at too, but golf is even better. And
So
I'd rather
no
him not be
football.
breaking bones, and messing that up.
Mike also has a problem with him being gone for a long time.
I just don't trust people. I trust myself.
Okay, Brooke Watson. Jen, do you still have seizures? I actually never had seizures.
Well, they look like seizures, but they weren't epileptic.
Well,
But she convulsed and everything and all that kind of stuff like a normal person would do in a grand mal seizure.
either way, we don't know what's wrong. No, I'm just joking. I was diagnosed with what we thought was seizures back when Mason was 3 years old. I would just fall to the floor randomly and, like he said, start convulsing. They put me on a whole buttload of medications that was absolutely the wrong kind, and unfortunately, they all rotted out my teeth. So now, at the ripe age of 30, I now have dentures, and I'm very self-conscious about it. I can't stand smiling, and I hate my smile and my teeth. So,
But she's seeing a new dentist who's actually helping her to do a better job than the hack job the previous dentist did to her.
yeah. So they're trying to make a new set of teeth, so hopefully
Scuba.
I'll feel a little bit better about smiling.
Quit doing that.
Also, I had, just for everybody to know, I had gastric bypass back in 2005. So if you're seeing all of my iron infusions, that's the reason.
Where have you been?
That's the reason why I'm getting those. Could be the reason why I'm getting the migraines as well. Just so you know. Okay, we have 2 questions that I forgot that I snapshotted on my phone, so we're going to hit those 2 up real quick. From Amber Hernandez. Jen, what did you enjoy doing as a child? I had a really crappy childhood. I grew up in the middle of the forest. Seriously, my closest neighbor was probably a mile away.
The place, well, I guess I can't say that.
It was just really far away. So what I enjoyed doing as a child was reading. I did. My dad said, go out and play outside. So I just took a book. So that was what I enjoyed doing. Okay. 4 you, us, 1 on. Hope I'm saying that right.
4 of us, 1 on, or 4 of us, 1 on? I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
Oh, did you all go to the same school? All of us at some point went to the same high school. Some of us went there all 4 years. Some of us only went there 1 year.
We're
Some of us
talking
only
Ronnie,
went there
Melody,
2 years.
Me and Mike.
And then, so some of them just, went there for 1 or 2 years and then went to a different high school because they moved or something like that.
Because we're all different ages. So.
But we never went to the same high school at the same time, except for me and Jen went there 1 year, and then she transferred to a different high school because of family issues. So, yeah, at that point in her
when my parents
life.
got divorced. I hope that you enjoyed our Q&A, and if you like this video, please do a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please hit the red button below.